Okay, here's Glen Bower, a past president, and Glenn was I was very impressed the way you spearheaded the construction of the Cascade courts. Can you tell us a little about this, why we needed the major repair and other background info?
Well, the president before me is the ones that acquired the tennis court, got approval of the tennis court acquisition by the board of directors, I should say. And we went in ahead and put in some nets, some fencing, and retried the surface, which was the old surface, tennis court surface, which was not very good for pickleball.
It kind of laminated stuff that came out loose, didn't it?
Right.
It kind of floppy.
It's a real soft cushion type of texture. It rolls on real nice. It's a nice surface for tennis, but not for pickleball. Yeah. Because there were some dead spots here and there, and so it wasn't consistent like a concrete court would be.
Matter of fact, it was so bad that some of the people that came down from Seattle didn't want to practice here because the surface was so poor.
Yeah, we felt that we couldn't put on a really well-sanctioned tournament with that type of surface. But it was the first step in getting permission from the board of directors to convert them to pickleball courts.
Yeah, and do we have anyone object to this real great fix, I call it?
Well, there was some objection, of course, from the tennis club to acquiring the tennis court, and the board of directors did have enough vision to realize that pickleball is growing substantially, and they will be needing more courts. There was some objection, of course, in the pickleball club itself. And that stands the rule that you ain't going to get 100% on anything you decide. So it was just a few people, but that's fine. Majority rules, and we went ahead and proceeded with what we call a concrete overlay. I was just totally impressed by that, Glenn. When I came down, I heard about it, and when I came down, I heard it. I looked at it, and I heard some of the members had put $100 in to get it started. And I felt the fix was so good, the way you guys did it, that I donated 100 myself because I thought it was just a. Well, we had members who worked at the stadium, almost every game, put a lot of hours in, and even contributed more money, and they put another $100 in. I mean, we had some members that they went way beyond the expectations of a member to do that, which was great.
And they really did put a big effort in, I've been told. I wasn't down here at the time, but that working for that concession stand was not that easy, I guess.
No, it wasn't. When we first took it on, we looked at the dollars that we could generate, and we felt it was a good deal. But after our first game, it was very difficult. The rumor got around that this was not a piece of cake, easy to do, and it wasn't. You got to understand, we're seniors, and some are not physically capable of withstanding that type of standing on their feet all day. We had to really talk to the management at the stadium to get chairs in there. They wouldn't allow chairs in there, but we somehow got some chairs in there to help our people out.
Now the club paid for that job all by ourselves, didn't we? Was it all?
No, the whole job for the 5 courts for a 6-inch overlay cost approximately $60,000. There were some reserve funds available in the HOA and the Happy Trails, and they, I think, I want to say $5,000, $5,500 they contribute to that project. But yes, the rest of the funds were raised by the members themselves.
That's great. When I heard about the torsion bars being put in there to make this right, that's when I thought, hey, this thing was done right. Tell me more about the construction.
Yeah, that's called a post-tension. They call it a post-tension slab. Years ago, that was usually done in commercial buildings, but in this soil that we have here in Arizona, we've had a lot of building contractors start to go to that into their slabs in residential houses because we had a lot of faults with the previous type of slab before. And we felt that you pay a little bit more to get the best, and then we won't have to worry about the major cracks in the future.
Yeah, it's a first-class job, and I don't see any cracks in it yet at all. Have you seen any except on the edges?
In a plain surface, not. There's none at this time. The only one that you're going to see is the gap is between the post tension and what they call a pour back area, in which the contractor didn't do a good job. Again, in this type of climate, in this type of soil that we got to contend with, concrete is unpredictable as anybody can say that's in the business, will tell you.
Right. And Glenn, I've got to ask you about the covers and the brick work you did over in the courts. I mean, you did a beautiful job of getting the covering for the guys coming out and play at Cascade, and the brickwork around there just really dressed the place up.
Yeah.
Was that a pretty good sized project? It looked like it must have been.
That again was a good project. The members got together. We paid a individual to do the bricklaying, what they call them pavers really. They're pavers. We had that contracted out. We had the members, I don't know if you remember JR,
yeah,
but JR was involved with the original courts down there at the town center, the first three. And with his knowledge and capability and the manpower of the club, we erected that shade structure at Cascade Courts. We installed a water fountain at Cascade Courts, so it made it convenient. We didn't have to go all the way around to the other side of where the tennis court water fountain was. So it was a joint effort by all members.
Well, I'll tell you, Glenn, I think the club really is lucky to have you aboard, because you have done so much for the club, and we really appreciate it. And it's all been first-class work that you've spearheaded, and we appreciate you very much. Thank you very much, Glenn.
Well, thank the members, though. It couldn't have been done without them. One man can spearhead it, but you got to have the followers to help out. So it was a 100% club membership effort.
Good. Thank you, Glenn.
You're welcome.